19July2022.com to learn more.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
A performer at a popular theme park is accused of racism.
Sesame Place is a Sesame Street themed park in Pennsylvania. And over the weekend, a video of a family's visit there went viral when two little black girls tried to get a character's attention during a parade. The performer in the Rosita costume interacts with other people along the route, but then appears to gesture no and walk right past them. Park officials are apologizing, calling the situation a misunderstanding, but more videos are now surfacing of similar encounters, and people are calling for whoever's in that costume to be fired. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
You've heard of glamping? This takes things to new heights. The helicopter Prince William flew while he served in the Royal Air Force has been transformed into a luxurious glamping pod at a campsite near Scarborough, England. Yorkshire businessman bought the yellow chopper and gave it a glow up. It's now for rent for about $190 a night. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Were you exposed to hazardous materials while serving in the military and have an illness or condition as a result?
If so, you may be eligible for VA benefits and services. Whether you need health care or want to file a disability compensation claim related to military exposures, VA is here to help. Visit va.gov/military-exposures to learn more and apply today.
You served your country. Now let VA serve you.
Hey, this is Lisa Snowman. Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking with hypnosis. Hypnosis eliminated my desire for soda and fast food, made me want to exercise, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods, and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband. He lost weight. More important, cholesterol and blood pressure improved. My friend went and she lost 20 pounds in the first 2 months. So does Mark Patrick hypnosis work? Oh yeah, it works. Nothing has changed my life more. Well, except maybe my husband. He's so proud of me, makes me cry.
That is awesome. What are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking, guaranteed for only $49.99. That's right. Weight loss seminar Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery. Time is 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Stop smoking seminar starts at 8 p.m. Registration starts at 7:30 p.m.
Hello, this is your Congressman Barry Moore. Are you a veteran in need of assistance with the VA? Do you need help accessing service records or disputing a disability ratings claim? I understand the red tape that many veterans face, and my office is here to serve you and would love to help if we can. Please visit my website, barrymore.house.gov, or call my office at 334-478-6330.
This message was paid for by the official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the available policy at stepfarm.com/commercials or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres.
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has what you need for school at prices that won't hold you back. Now Crayola 10-count markers and 12-count color pencils are just 99 cents each. And Staples one-subject notebooks are just 35 cents each. In-store only. Offer ends 8/27, limit 30. Don't send your kids back to school. Send them forward at Staples.
Some isolated and scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible throughout the morning, afternoon, and into this evening today. But a lot of us will dodge this activity. The chances are there. Coverage will be around 40%. High temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s. Hotter and drier tomorrow, only a 20% chance of rain. Highs around 98, 97 Thursday with a decent chance of scattered showers and storms late in the afternoon into the evening.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities to send you on an alternate route. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka or north out of Troy. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter has a great selection of Camrys, the #1 selling car in America. No money down and your good credit gets you any Camry on the lot at Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter on the East Boulevard. Buckle up, folks. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Call the tire experts at Chico's Auto Pros, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
Good morning. I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. A missing persons case is now closed. Authorities say the person at the center of that search is dead and 2 people have been charged. Britta Lashley has not been seen or heard from since February of last year. New court records indicate her body was found in a storage unit in Prattville. James Baird and Edward Norman have been charged in this case. Montgomery's police chief addressed the public after a string of violent crimes over the weekend. He said despite recent shootings, crime is down nearly 18%. The chief added that they have solid leads in 8 of the city's 10 unsolved homicides. Alabama health leaders say COVID-19 continues to rise in our state. According to the CDC, a new Omicron subvariant is responsible for nearly 65% of the new cases. Data suggests the subvariant is more infectious than previous subvariants. It appears to cause milder sickness, although hospital numbers and deaths have increased. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning headlines.
Here in the South, the summer heat can be brutal, but work on your property never is. You need equipment that's fast, efficient, and versatile. That's exactly what you get with John Deere equipment from SunSouth. Like the easy-to-use John Deere 3025E tractor with loader starting at only $295 a month. So you'll beat the heat, plus you'll save time and money. For quality John Deere equipment, come see us at SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Expires July 30th, 2022.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. We've won the Best at Trusted Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Evaluation. Call 800.
Well, they're always investigating residential burglary because there's always somebody stealing something around here.
Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
If you've ever ordered food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's a meeting, a client call, or lunch with the office, if it has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why there's Easy Cater. Food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare, you can reach someone in seconds.
Thank you for calling Easy Cater.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Kelly Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offer. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the it's, KBB.com.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact.
It's the Dan Bongino Show. Weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, now let me stop this right quick.
The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Everybody's perfect.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be.
Good morning, and good morning again, everybody in Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine if you can. It is another day that you're above the ground, and the ground's not above you. So the first thing you should say this morning is thank you, Lord, for another day. And it's time for our daily bread, a word from on high to change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine. It is July the 19th, 2022 AD. Today's, okay, I almost forgot that for a second. Today's daily bread is simply a humble snack. And the scripture inside today comes from 1 Peter 5, 1 through 6. But 1 Peter 5 and 5 says, clothe yourselves with humility. Something that some of us, a lot of us, could use more of. Good morning to you. A humble snack. It is July the 19th, 2022 AD. It is another day. Another day. Another chance to get it right. And again, it is July the 19th, 2022. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you didn't. And you don't get a chance to come back and do the things that you should have done. So whatever it is that you do this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day, July the 19th, 2022 AD. If you have lived a while, like I tell you every morning, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, and a lot of grace thrown in, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do? Well, whatever you do, when you have an opportunity, reach back and give somebody else a helping hand. As long as you can, do what you can while you can. Visualizer May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you're never a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never quit. You never, ever give up. Good morning, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. A humble snack. That's our daily bread for this day, July the 19th.
Thanks for joining us for another daily encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled A Humble Snack, was written by Patricia Rabin. The bag of snack chips was small, but it taught an American missionary a big lesson. Working one evening in the Dominican Republic, she arrived at a church meeting and opened her chips when a woman she hardly knew reached and grabbed a few from the bag. Others helped themselves too. How rude, the missionary thought. Then she realized a humbling lesson. She didn't yet understand the culture where she'd agreed to serve. Rather than emphasizing individualism, as in the United States, she learned that life in the Dominican Republic is lived in community. Sharing one's food and goods is how people relate to each other. Her way wasn't better, just different. She confessed, "It was very humbling to discover these things about me." As she began to recognize her own biases, she also learned that humbly sharing with others helped her serve them better. In 1 Peter chapter 5, Peter taught this lesson to church leaders. Treat others with humility. He counseled the elders to resist lording it over those entrusted to you. And those younger, submit yourselves to your elders. All of you, clothe yourselves with humility. As he declared, God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble. Therefore, humble yourselves under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. May he help us humbly live before him and others today. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 1 through 6. To the elders among you, I appeal as a fellow elder and a witness of Christ's sufferings, who also will share in the glory to be revealed. Be shepherds of God's flock that is under your care, watching over them, not because you must, but because you are willing, as God wants you to be, not pursuing dishonest gain, but eager to serve, not lording it over those entrusted to you, but being examples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd appears, you will receive the crown of glory that will never fade away. In the same way, you who are younger, submit yourselves to your elders. All of you, clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Let's pray. Father, thank you for how other cultures can teach us valuable lessons about how you desire for us to live with one another in community. Help us to set aside our arrogance regarding others and embrace the loving wisdom you share through their example. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Joyce Dinkins, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Chorus. Oh, tick, who? Airborne. Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne, every day, we run to the sun, no sweat,
Not yet.
down in the mess hall on my knee, we got nothing to eat but a can of beans, The bread was molded and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Hey, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne, all the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, knees in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way airborne, all the way driving on. All the way airborne, all the way driving on. Early one morning in the drizzling rain, when I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane.
Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with the chilling glow.
All the way airborne, all the way driving on. All the way airborne, all the way driving on. Here we go,
all the way.
Gotta be rough and tough, airborne.
All the way. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I gotta say good morning to somebody all the way up in South Bend, Indiana this morning who turned 100 years old. I'll get to that in a second.
I know I run smoke.
All right, it's time for PT. Let's get it.
Your left foot strikes the ground.
When your left foot strikes the ground. Well, I hear that clapping sound.
Let me hear that clapping sound. I'm airborne, all the way, fired up, feeling good, going around, Hollywood, looking good, all right, dynamite, everybody, sound on, everybody, in the hair, in the rear, keep it tight, in the middle, it's the right, in the front, rock steady, up and ready, 80 deuce, feel it come, 80 deuce, airborne, ain't it mean, rough and tough, hey you, how you feel, feeling good, all right, dynamite, out of sight, feeling good, motivated, dedicated, wanna be
airborne. All right, and now, hey, I had some stuff I had to take care of this morning. I couldn't call Kate this morning. What can I take? I was working. But right now, let's pay homage to all of our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and the Coast Guard. And don't forget, I actually saw somebody from the Space Force yesterday out on Maxwell. That's the first time I've seen anybody actually from that. Okay? They didn't look too busy, though, but I guess they were doing something. Anyway, good morning to you. Now, I'm still trying to figure out what they do, but evidently they do something to get a paycheck. So maybe it's top secret stuff. I don't know. But I ran to the space. So we're going to bring the Space Force into the fold now, since I've actually officially seen somebody with a uniform said U.S. Space Force. Hey, Donald Trump's the man. And good morning, Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base, and to all the folks who come from all over the world to join us in the great city of Montgomery, Alabama, to learn from the best. We like to call them Top Gun Montgomery. Their motto is Semper Fi and Semper Fidelis. Well, whichever one you say, it all means the same. Always, always faithful. Good morning, Jarheads. It's time to rise and shine. You might want to hear my story about the Marine Corps one more time. For the year's out, if I live and nothing happens, I'm going to tell somebody the story one more time. Then I'm going to be done with it. So anybody want to hear it? Should I start today? Okay, probably not. Okay, then. And last but certainly not least, the most storied armed forces of the United States Army, whose history, after over 200 and something years, is unblemished. What do you think, that's it? I don't think so. Okay, good morning. How's everybody doing? You know, just there's a young lady who we used to live next door to years and years ago in South Bend, Indiana. And I don't know if they can hear us this morning, but I'm gonna say it anyway because we do have some listeners up in South Bend, my old hometown, or not my old hometown, my hometown where I live at. But Pete Buttigieg finally left. Yes, good. What a demo. But anyway, good morning to those guys. She turned 100 years old. Yep, yesterday. 100 years old. Now, you know, it's hard to get to 50 these days. It's hard to get to 60 these days. It's hard to get to 65 these days. But let alone 100 years old, Mrs. Morrow. God bless you. Happy birthday to you all the way up there in South Bend, Indiana. And we just really, what a blessing it is to have your mother to the Morrows at 100 years young. Wow. Yeah. If I knew for sure that I was going to live to be 100, there's this one guy in town whose butt I'd be trying to whoop. But since I'm not exactly sure, I'm just going to leave that alone, leave him alone, not going to call his name, because he may want to come down here and open up a can. You know what kind of can he might want to come down to open up. Then I know I won't make it to 100 then. So we're just going to leave that alone. Some of you, I know there's one guy in Montgomery who's lucky that I'm not sure I'm going to make it to 100, so I'm not going to bother him. Okay, I'm just going to leave him. I'm just going to leave him alone, and I'm just going to, just going to mind my own business. Okay, Good morning. But if I knew, oh yeah, I'd be taking off my shoes, my shirt, everything right now, ready to put the dukes up. But 100 years old is not guaranteed. So I'm gonna try to help my chances by not bothering this guy, because he'd kill me. Anyway, we'll be back right after this. Happy birthday, Mrs. Morrow. 100. All right, Mr. Cunningham, you're right behind her. Let's see if we can make it.
Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's MVP's bonus days are here. Pro members can earn bonus points to redeem for rewards, and for 12 days you can earn points on every dollar spent up to $1,000. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change.
Some isolated and scattered showers morning, afternoon, and into this evening today, but a lot of us will dodge this activity. The chances are their coverage will be around 40%. High temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s. Hotter and drier tomorrow, only a 20% chance of rain. Highs around 98, 97 Thursday, with a decent chance of scattered showers and storms late in the afternoon into the evening.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sabry for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, the good news continues. Nothing's being reported by the authorities to send you on an alternate route. Check with the surrounding counties. They're clear as well. You keep listening. We will keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. An equity loan or a cash-out refinance on your home may be just a phone call away. Call MCS. It's the company that answers their phone when you call. MCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000. And MLS 232-876. Buckle up, front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Call the tire experts at Chico's Auto Pros, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
Riot Games continues to level up their esports as the company announced Michael Sherman to be the global head of esports for Legends of Runeterra, Teamfight Tactics, and upcoming fighting game Project L. This announcement is interesting since the esports scene for the first two titles have been relatively non-existent. Project L, on the other hand, could completely change the face of fighting game esports, and it's exciting to see focus on the esports development before the game is even out.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Over to you up in a second. Kim, can you see if we have more apple wash?
Desmona's thrift store is the spot for killer vintage finds.
Oh, that looks fabulous on you. Hey, can you register?
But her sales clerk situation feels pretty threadbare.
Well, yeah, let me clear out that fitting room.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Being here with Just Blinds in Prattville, your trusted source for all things quality and beauty when it comes to window treatments for your home. Well, no question, the summertime heat has arrived in full force. Let us at Just Blinds help you not only cool down your home and your outdoor living space, we'll also help you save money on those cooling bills. How do we do that? Easy. With the latest in energy-efficient shades and blinds, complete with a range of options for motorization and automation. Visit our Just Blinds showroom in Prattville or online at gojustblinds.com. And stay cool, everyone.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, this is Lisa Stofan.
And I want to see what it looked like. That's
I
why.
attended because my father stopped smoking with hypnosis. Hypnosis eliminated my desire for soda and fast food, made me want to exercise, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods, and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband. He lost weight. More important, cholesterol and blood pressure improved. My friend went, and she lost 20 pounds in the first 2 months. So does Mark Patrick hypnosis work? Oh yeah, it works. Nothing has changed my life more. Well, except maybe my husband. He's so proud of me. Makes me cry.
That is awesome. What are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed for only $49.99. That's right. Weight loss seminar Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Good morning, peoples. How y'all doing? Stephen Morrow, good morning.
The Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds. The department exists to engage, enlighten, and elevate a diverse, inclusive cultural arts community. They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organizational and individual cultural endeavors in our hometown. To advance this cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and advocacies of the arts. If this is you, visit montgomeryal.gov and click on the Cultural Affairs page to register to be part of Montgomery's creative community.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late night eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating, and stop smoking. This hypnosis is designed to destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. The weight loss seminar is Wednesday, July 27th at Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Stop smoking seminar starts at 8 p.m. Registration starts at 7:30 p.m.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
All righty then. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome into our show. I sure hope there's people up this time. Well, I'm getting out of bed every morning for nothing. I sure hope there are people up and enjoying the morning like I am, feeling blessed, feeling thankful to still be here. Else this is a lot of wasted time. But I hope there's some people up out there this morning, celebrating life with me this morning, every morning, right here on News Radio 1440. And that's exactly what it is. It's a celebration of life every morning. Good morning to you. I was just wondering, Mrs. Morrow. I just realized something. You guys know, it used to be. I don't know if it's that way today, but it used to be. We lived next door to Mr. and Mrs. Morrow, and do you know what their name was every day to us? Mrs. Morrow and Mr. Morrow. Now, it wasn't Joe. It wasn't Fred. No. It was Miss Morrow and Mr. Morrow. And today, she's 100 years old yesterday. Today is the first time I ever knew her first name. And I saw it on Facebook. It's Dora. So good morning to you, Miss Dora Morrow. And that just goes to show you it's a different time. It's kind of like your company commander or your first sergeant. Hey, Tom, what's your first name? First sergeant. Okay, I got you. I'll feel you. Talk to the SEAL. What's your first name? Oh, Captain. Okay, all right then. All right then. In other words, none of your business what my first name is. When you call people by their first, but when you call people by their Mr. and Mrs. name, their surname, that's respect. And we used to do that because Mr. Morrow, Mr. Morrow was, and everybody's got one of these guys in the neighborhood. Mr. Morrow was a man you did not play with. Okay, it was like 7 of us next door to them. I think there's about 13 of them. But we were scared of him too. Okay, because Mr. Morrow was a man that you didn't play with. You rendered that respect, and you kept it moving. You didn't sit there and waste time. Matter of fact, when he seen you, better be working, better be doing something good. So anyway, good morning to Dora Morrow, Miss Dora Morrow, but to me, it's still Miss Morrow. Turned 100 years old yesterday. She was born. Well, let's see, what day was she born? She was born, July the 19th, 1922. So, come to think about her birthday is today. Excuse me very much. Today, yeah. So she was born on this day 100 years ago from South Bend, Indiana. I tell you, I don't know if she's from South Bend, Indiana. A lot of her kids live in South Carolina and stuff like that. Anyway, to Stephen, to Mickey, to Joseph, to all Tim, to all the folks, that whose mom this is. We wish her a happy birthday and many, many, many more. We hope she lives to be the oldest person in the United States. Anyway, Miss Cunningham, you keep it up. You're gonna make it there too. Okay, Miss Cunningham like 90 something, 94 I think. So we waiting for him to hit 100 too, so I can go celebrate. But anyway, good morning. Anyway, no, today I'm 65 years old. Today was the first day I knew her first name. I never knew her name. Well, I knew her name, Mrs. Morrow. That's the name. But hasn't the world changed? Hasn't even what respect is today seems to have changed. Are we better off as a nation because of it? I don't know. I'll let the other folks. I let the historians figure that out. But I don't know. I don't think I think we've lost something along the way. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. Now it's time for lessons of life and the word of the day. Now the word of the day is fastidious. Okay, which means, like me, this represents me. Okay, maybe this doesn't really represent me because I'm not too hot on these attributes, but it's a great word to know anyway. Fastidious, which means very attentive to the concern, to be concerned to and concerned about accuracy and detail. Okay, that's not me. Okay, that's not me. Maybe it ought to be me, but it's not me. Very attentive to and concerned about accuracy and detail. Listen, just give me the peripherals, okay? I don't need to get down in the weeds with it. Okay? I don't really need to know what coffee is made out of in order to drink it. Although I can't drink coffee right now because, if a real man drinks coffee without cream and sugar. I was told a couple days ago. So since I can't handle it without cream and sugar, I gave up coffee. Okay, now I'm back to tea. Okay, tea is like somewhere between real men and want to be a man, something like that. I don't know what it is, but that's where I'm going. Now, what are the lessons of life today? Now, this is a lesson of life. Now, if you think about it, if you really think about this for a second, you'll get this. This is kind of deep. And not only those with a superior intellect like I will get this, or at least above average intellect will get this. And for those who don't get it, keep trying. Okay. But those who are kind of like me, of superior intellect and brilliance, almost brilliant, you'll get this. And if you do get it, whatever you do, don't forget it. Okay? Okay, so here we go. This is deep. I mean, it's real deep. This is like so deep, we ought to call it a whale. W-E-L-L. The whale where the water goes down in the ground. This is deep. But it has got to be said. because it will give you the proper perspective on what's called this thing we call life. Because sometimes I think we really forget that it is a precious journey, this thing we call life. And if you don't watch out, if you do not watch out, it'll be behind you what once was before you, and you'll say, what happened? Where did it go? But it's too late then. It's too late then. Trust me, I've had some days like that. Anyway, so the lessons of life this morning on July the 19th, 2022 is this. All, not some, all yesterdays were at one time tomorrows that turn into today. So be a blessing to someone before your today turns into yesterday that once was a tomorrow. Now, if you can get that, you're gonna be all right. You think about that. That's kind of deep. I'll say it one more time for you. All yesterdays were at one time tomorrow that turned into today. Be a blessing to someone before your today turns into yesterday that at one time was a tomorrow. Now, that's the circle of life. So make sure that you don't get caught outside the circle. I love this saying, and this one, this is my saying. It's something I can't. It's great. I am brilliant. I just came up with this all by my own brain came up with this. I mean, I am brilliant. That's outstanding, but it's also so true. All yesterdays were at one time tomorrow that turned into today. Be a blessing to someone before your today turns into yesterday that at one time was a tomorrow. That is heavy stuff right there. That is so heavy. I gotta go. I got that's making me almost tears come in my eyes. Let me go sweeten my tea again. That's good stuff. That is really good stuff. I'm just saying. And again, happy birthday to Mrs. Dora Morrow in South Bend, Indiana, who turned 100 years old today. Yeah, we got people listening to us all over the country. I mean, I can't tell you. I mean, one of these days I'm gonna talk Mary Berner up in Atlanta and give me a national show so everybody can get some of this. Everybody needs some of my common sense and my street brilliance. I got street brilliance. Okay, I may not belong to the academic classes of our time, but I got some street brilliance here. I get a PhD in common sense. Okay, so from now on, rather than Mayor Elkins, can we add something to that? Dr. Elkins. Okay, I'm giving myself. Okay, I'm gonna go on the internet and get an honorary PhD in common sense. Wait a minute, I already got it. It's how I'm saying on. Okay, never mind. So if you want to call me Dr. Elkins, that's cool too. I'll take that. Okay, I mean they give enough honorary degrees at ASU or Auburn. Somebody ought to give me one. Okay, I'm just saying, but just hanging out this long. Anyway, let's keep moving on. It is July the 19th. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 200th day of this year. There are 165 days left. On July the 19th, 1969, Apollo 11 and its astronauts Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins went into orbit around the moon. I'm still trying to figure out why we kept going around the moon, but hey, I would imagine that there was a reason for it. Maybe they went up to have a secret meeting or something. I don't know, but I still ain't figured out why we keep going up there. But that's not up for me. That's above my pay grade. 1553, King Henry VIII's daughter Mary was proclaimed Queen of England after Lady Jane Grey was deposed. But that's better than being decapitated. In 1812, during the War of 1812, the first battle of the Sackett Harbor in Lake Ontario resulted in an American victory as U.S. naval forces repelled a British attack. In 1848, a pioneering women's rights convention convened in Seneca Falls, New York. And they didn't really do a whole lot. In 1944, the Democratic National Convention in Chicago was a nomination of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt considered a certainty. In 1961, TVA, I guess that's Trans World Airlines, became the first airline to begin slowly, regularly scheduled in-flight movies as if presented by Love Possessed, the first-class passengers on a flight from New York to Los Angeles. Yeah, they'd have to play something for me to go that far. 1979, Nicaraguan capital of Managua fell to Sandinista guerrillas 2 days after President Anastasio Somoza fled the country. What a name. What a name. Oh, you almost got to go to school to figure out how to pronounce that name. 1980, the Moscow Summer Olympics began minus dozens of nations that were boycotting the games because of Soviet military intervention into Afghanistan. Well, we know history certainly has shown us about Afghanistan, hasn't it? In 1985, Krista McAuliffe of New Hampshire was chosen to be the first school teacher to ride aboard the space shuttle. McAuliffe and 6 other crew members died when the Challenger exploded shortly after takeoff in 1986. 1989, on this day, 111 people were killed when United Airlines Flight 232, a DC-10, which suffered an uncontained failure of its tail engine and loss of hydraulic system, crashed while making an emergency landing at Sioux City, Iowa. 180 people, however, thank God, survived. In 1990, President George H.W. Bush joined the former presidents Ronald Reagan, Gerald Ford, Richard M. Nixon at ceremonies dedicating the Nixon Library and birthplace, since redesignated the Richard Nixon Presidential Library in Yorba Linda, California. I know you don't care, but it is history. 1993, President William Bill Clinton announced a policy allowing homosexuals to serve in the military under a compromise dubbed "Don't Ask, Don't Tell, Don't Pursue." I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm good. I didn't really wasn't crazy about. As a personal guy, I think I like the guy, but I'm good with that. You know, and if you're heterosexual, don't ask, don't tell, don't pursue. We don't care. You do you, we do us. Okay, I don't know why the Democrats seem to be so concerned about sexuality. Maybe they're all scared that they're not really what they're. I don't know, but they all seem to be worried about it. So what a great compromise. Don't ask, don't tell, don't pursue. Your job to show up every day, clean that tank, peel the potatoes, cook that child, or go to the medical place and get some shots, whatever. That's your job. We don't care about the rest of the stuff you do when you're off duty. Just make sure you show up and do your job. Okay? I mean, who you do? Okay, I did have one for that, but I can't say it on the radio. So I'm just gonna leave that one. In 2016, Republicans in Cleveland nominated Donald Trump as their presidential standard bearer. In brief videotape remarks, Trump thanked the delegates, saying, "This is a movement, but we have to go all the way." And he wasn't lying about that. 13 years ago, a Russian-owned civilian helicopter crashed shortly after takeoff from southern Afghanistan, largest NATO base, killing 16 civilians. Israel rejected a U.S. demand to suspend a planned housing project in eastern Jerusalem. Stuart Sink won the British Open in a 4-hole playoff with Tom Watson. 81-year-old Herschel McGriff became the oldest driver to take part in a national NASCAR series race, finishing 13th in a Camping World West Series event at Portland International Raceway. Just goes to show you, just because you get a little age on you, you know, okay, just because you got a little age on you, doesn't mean, you know, that you can't. He was 81 years old, okay? Only Democrats think once you get old, you're useless. Okay? 8 years ago, a New York City police officer, Daniel Patalio, involved in the arrest of Eric Gartner, who died in custody after 2 days earlier after being placed in an apparent chokehold, was stripped of his gun and badge and placed on desk duty. Actor James Garner, remember James Garner? Remember him? 86 years old at the time, died in Los Angeles. And 3 years ago, White House said that President Donald Trump had invited Russian President Vladimir Putin to the White House in the fall for a second get-together. just days after Helsinki summit that brought Trump criticism from Democrats and Republicans alike. I don't know why they don't like Putin. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on over now Ukraine, but do we really? Although I will admit now, some of the luster is off of the Russian military right now after what has happened in Ukraine. I mean, some of the luster. See, I used to didn't want to go to war with those guys. I thought they was tough, but that's because I was watching, what's his name, Stallone, and all those movies. I was watching Stallone and what's the movie Stallone was. He had this whole series of the movies. First Blood, yeah. So I figured, them Russians were tough, but they don't look too tough right now. I'm just saying, But okay, well, my time's up for this hour. We'll be back with the next hour. Hopefully, good Lord says the same. So don't go any place. We'll be right back. Tell them, Aretha, what we want to do.
News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. A missing persons case is now closed. Authorities say the person at the center of that search is dead and 2 people have been charged. He has not been heard from since February of last year. New court records indicate her body was found at a storage unit in Prattville. James Baird and Edward Norman have been charged in this case. Montgomery's police chief addressed the public after a string of violent crimes over the weekend. He said despite recent shootings, crime is down nearly 18%. The chief added that they have solid leads in 8 of the city's 10 unsolved homicides. Alabama health leaders say COVID-19 continues to rise in our state. According to the CDC, a new Omicron subvariant is responsible for nearly 65% of new cases. Data suggests the subvariant is more infectious than previous subvariants and appears to cause milder sickness, although hospital numbers and deaths have increased. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. A heat wave is sweeping the U.S. and Europe. We have team coverage beginning with CBS's Wendy Gillette.
The mercury is rising in a large section of the U.S. WCBS meteorologist Craig Allen.
Temperatures in this heat advisory area will be approaching the 100-degree mark, with a heat index anywhere between 100 and 108.
In Houston, where the heat index could get even higher, 109, animal shelters with outdoor kennels are asking for fosters to get animals out of the heat. Volunteer Angela Taylor.
These animals deserve love, deserve somebody to take care of them.
The heat index will hit 100 here in New York City tomorrow.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. The record for Britain's hottest ever temperature shattered. British rail officials have now closed down 2 national rail lines. The warping tracks weren't built to withstand this kind of heat.
Faced with record-breaking temperatures, we have to make some very difficult choices.
In a country where few have air conditioning, Brits have flocked to beaches and riverbanks with some tragic consequences. 4 people have drowned during this heat wave after plunging into dangerous waters.
Britain just broke a new record moments ago when it hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Parents and siblings who lost loved ones in the Uvalde, Texas school massacre demanded the police chief and superintendent be fired at a school board meeting last night.
What are you going to do to make sure I don't have to wait 77 minutes bleeding out on my classroom floor, just like my little sister did?
They spoke after a report detailing officers in action while children and teachers were being killed. Today is the day the Secret Service is expected to hand over text messages to congressional investigators from January 5th and 6th, after an internal watchdog reported some had been deleted. California Democrat Zoe Lofgren.
It's hard to believe that you would go forward in a transition, you do a factory reset of the phones of agents and not back up the data. I mean, who does that?
The World Health Organization reporting new COVID cases tripled across Europe in the past 6 weeks. Hospitalizations have doubled there. ICU admissions still low. Goldman Sachs opens a small business summit in Washington today amid growing fears of recession. CEO David Solomon tells CBS Mornings his bank's been sizing things up.
We're reviewing the pace of hiring and also thinking about certain areas where we may slow the pace of investment given our concern about the potential for a slower economic environment.
Magic night for baseball fans at Dodger Stadium.
He's got it! And Juan Soto is your 2022 Home Run Derby champion.
ESPN with the results. This is CBS News.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance yours, Rocket Mortgage can help you get there. For home loan solutions that fit your life, Rocket can.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
A washout in Hawaii.
A historic swell on Hawaii's South Shores crashed into homes and businesses, spilled across highways, and toppled tables at a wedding reception over the weekend. The bride says,
Well, luckily we didn't lose any of our food or our wedding cake.
The National Weather Service says the large waves came from a combination of a southern swell, unusually high tides, and rising sea levels due to climate change. Lifeguards across the state conducted over 1,900 rescues on just the island of Oahu. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Ever wonder what happened the day the music died?
I started singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie.
Don McLean's 8-minute hit is the subject of a new documentary out today.
One day I opened the paper up and there was this story. Buddy Holly was now dead. The happy 50s were over.
The Day the Music Died is streaming on Paramount Plus. It's owned by our parent company here at CBS. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Your Montgomery Biscuits are ready to take on the 2022 season with the best fans in minor league baseball. Join us for a summer full of themed weekends, celebrations, and the best biscuits in town. For ticket information, go to biscuitsbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-BALL.
My muscles ached. I was
Fine
tired
by
all the
Miss American Pie. Roll the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. The low boy drinking whiskey and wine, saying this will be the day that I die. Oh, this will be the day that I die.
He had a reaction to cockroach allergens.
Threats to your health can come from unexpected places. Get the facts. Visit pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and now you can hear me live every afternoon. It all starts at 2, and it's all happening right here on News Radio 1440.
Okay. Just come and go with Harrison Roy, but I want to go home. Let me go home. And this portion of our show has been brought to you by JL Lane Truck and Auto. Hey, if you have a need for a new car, you need a new car, you think, okay, maybe not a new car, you just need a new car that's new to you. Okay. Well, JL Lane Truck and Auto is the place where you want to go. JL Lane Truck and Auto has online inventory. So you don't have to be surprised when you go. You can set it at your own house and go to jlanetruckandauto.com, look at the inventory. Okay, pick something out, call them up, call Steve at 272-4313. And now, I don't know if they'll bring it to you. You might come over there and talk to them. But it's also one of those places where you can pay there, you can buy there, and you don't have to worry about getting all these kissing the ring of some credit agency, okay? I mean, we all have hiccups along the way. We all have missteps. We all do it. Well, JL Lane Truck and Auto don't really care about that. They care about your future and the now and not yesterday. So before you think you can't qualify for the car, go over there and talk to them first. The number again is 272-4313. Online inventory, you can check it out. You can buy there, pay here. The cars have been cleaned and cleared of all known issues, if they had any to begin with. They have passed a vigorous and rigorous inspection process. So you're ready to ride the minute you start the car up, take it off the lot. I'm just trying to tell you. So where's the lot? 208 Gun Road. That's 208 Gun Road. 272-4313, and ask for Steve. And don't call them up anyway. Just tell them, hey, listen, if you ever need a car, if you don't need one right now, tell them they are going to be top of mind for your purchase, your next purchase of a good used car. Okay, not used, but not used up. Okay, so give them a call, 272-4313. And listen, as a surprise, if you see one online and you can't make it over there, I'll go over there and ask Mr. Lane if I can bring it to you, let you look at it. Okay, that's the best I can do for you. Okay, I'll bring it to you, but it's online, so you really don't even need me to bring it to you. Okay, but if you want me to, yeah, I'll bring it. Okay, got to get him to agree to it first, though. 272-4313, 272-4313, and if they don't have what you're looking for, please call them anyway and ask Steve if he can get it for you. 272-4313. That is jllanetruckandauto.com or JL Lane Truck and Auto. Okay. That's the number. That's the place. Now listen, I've been taking a little grief since yesterday because I wrote something. Oh, coming up at 8 o'clock today, so around 8:15, we're gonna have JC Love going to join us on the telephone because evidently there's some concern, and I don't know if concern is the right wording, but about the feeling the chair left vacant by the late great Elton Dean, because the law says that if you don't have a special election, then the governor can appoint. And we're asking the question, well, why can't you appoint? Why can't we have an election? And I haven't heard. So JC Lane, JC Lane, that's J.O. Lane. JC Love did some investigation on that because from what we read in the law, you can have an election. Okay. Now it costs $250,000. Well, we got all this money from Arbor. We got $84 million. Seems like to me we can afford that election now. Okay, we can afford that. It's not a big deal. Well, he's going to join us. He's going to join us around 8:15 this morning, something like that, so we can get some clarification. And since the lines were redrawn to some extent last August, it seems that certain residency requirements are null and void for the time being, except if you get elected, you have to move into the district. So we're going to talk about that when we all get back, and I got somebody else going to join us on the phone to see whether or not we are getting the full benefit of our quote unquote democracy or representative republic. Because again, I don't have any problem with the governor, but I must admit though, since the people who live there should in fact be involved in any process by which they get somebody quote unquote that represents them. It just seems somewhat unfair since the law says if the local people don't put forth a special election, and we use a bunch of special elections, so I don't know why the county commission can't do the same thing. Okay, I'm just asking the question. I'm looking out for the people over there. Now, let me. I've been taken to task a little bit by something I placed on Facebook, and now normally I don't give a crap who takes me to task. I really don't. It don't bother me at all. But I think I gotta explain this one. Rondé Mitchell is one of my favorite city councilmen, but it doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything. So they are extolling the virtues of another Dollar General coming somewhere on Woodley Road. I believe that's where it's coming. And me personally, I'm tired of Dollar Generals. Why is it that we can't seem to bring things that uplift the neighborhood, that uplift the community, as opposed to somebody where he lives in Capitol Heights? Well, okay, I do, but we don't have a whole bunch of Dollar Generals going down. They got one at the mall. Dollar General, the Dollar. Why can't we get businesses. I mean, Boyd's trying to bring a business. So if it was a Dollar General, Boyd, you probably wouldn't have any problem. But bringing something that uplifts the community, the community, rather than another Dollar General. I mean, I understand. I understand that they sell limited items, they sell cheap items. But again, is that the best we can do? I mean, really? We can't bring anything. How about I know when Mr. Calhoun was here, him and what's the basketball Magic Johnson talk about putting a Starbucks or something over there. If you go out to the mall, you'll see a bunch of folks from West Montgomery out there shopping. Okay, following Best Buy moved out there. Why can't we put a Best Buy in West Montgomery? No, they went way out there to the other part. Matter of fact, they're almost not even in Montgomery anymore. I refuse to go to them anymore, even though I got one of them cars with like a $4,000 credit limit on it. I'm keeping the car just for a minute, but I ain't using it in a couple of years. When they moved, I stopped shopping with them. I'm tired of chasing people. When they decide to move way out, so I can't find it. I'm not finding it. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna tear up that Best Buy card on the end and say, forget it. Why should I have to run after them? They want my money. But getting back to the Dollar General. So I'm glad that Around, who's always working for that community, there's gotta be, if you walk out your door every day and all you see, even Walmart has this policy where they'll come to a certain neighborhood, but they'll keep their business a certain color. Okay, a certain color, as opposed to, has anybody ever seen any pastel colored Walmarts? No. We can't even use uplifting colors. Okay, I'm just saying, why can't we bring something why isn't there a Starbucks in West Montgomery? Don't think we won't drink. They drink the coffee. We spend money. I mean, we the same people that buy $400 cars and $4,000 tires. Okay, we'll spend the money, but bring something that will uplift the community. I'm so sick and tired of Dollar Generals. I don't know. Again, Boyd's got a rendering of his new place. Looks good. Make you proud to go down that street. Great looking business project he got going on. And I just don't understand why we congratulating ourselves every time we put something in the hood. It's got to be a Dollar General, or Popeye's chicken, or Church's chicken. Do we not want something else? Now, maybe some of you don't understand what I'm saying. And yes, we do want businesses, okay? But we got enough chicken places, enough payday places, enough funeral homes, enough hair places. We got enough of that. Because what I notice is that we tend to put businesses in the community that are vanity laced, that are vanity geared. Okay, I'm just saying. Now, if anybody disagrees with me, feel free to give me a call. I love me some Around Mitchell, but I don't think it's a call for celebration to put a Dollar General any place. I don't. I think first of all, they don't advertise with us anyway, so I don't think it's a reason to celebrate anyway. I think they're gonna bring a bunch of cheap junk like they do and bring it in the hood, so you got to go back and buy something again when it breaks. Okay, I just don't think it's. I don't think it uplifts us. If every day you looked out the window, all you saw was rain, after a while, all you expected to be doing, you open up the window, is rain. I'm just thinking dull and drabby. Why can't we? If you go down Mobile Highway, that's a big road over there. I mean, what? Think of any business that jumps out to you. We got a great restaurant on Fairview Avenue called Pearson's. We got that. They serve great food. We still got Church's chicken over there. I mean, we got plenty of chicken places, plenty of eating places. But we need to have something that uplifts the community. Okay, I mean, we can't seem to get a Walmart. I ain't too crazy about Walmart either. But Walmart at least brings anchor. Walmart's the anchor, and they bring other stores with them. Okay, I'm just thinking, You know, I mean, listen, I ain't mad at the Dollar General people. Okay, Dollar General, dollar this and dollar that. Do those places uplift the community? Do they bring value to the community? And that's what I guess that's my thing. Does a Dollar General in stores like that bring value to our community? Do they really? I don't know. I don't know any community whose housing went up because they brought a Dollar General in. I don't know one, not even one. But there may be one someplace. I just don't know. I've been here 31 years. I lived here longer than any place I've ever lived in my life. And so I just haven't seen it. I've seen them come, I've seen them go and extract the resources from those communities and then be gone. But I haven't seen one of those places take the property value up in the community. I just haven't seen it. But I could be wrong. 860-1440. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Dr. L.
Good morning. Thank you. I appreciate my new title. Yeah.
Well, you know, a husband's wife can do it. And you go online, even we mistook her for a doctor, and she had to retract, go backwards.
Yeah.
She's not a medical doctor.
No.
But anyway, so we're excited about it. But all you got to do is look at Fairview Avenue, go from the west end side to the east end side, and then start at the country club and go back. Go down Fairview and see how it looks compared to when you get to about Norman Bridge Road. And you see the difference.
There is a difference. There is a difference. As a matter of fact, I mean, right. As soon as you pass Norman Bridge, it gets better. You know, they got. So what else is going down? They got you're running into Cloverdale down there.
Well, there's a reason for that. And those people, you know, they're the ones that go to Capital City Club, go to Country Club.
Yeah.
They rub elbows.
Yeah.
You know, certain people that make things happen. And I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And until people go down there, City Hall, raise hell, it's not going to change.
Yeah. I hear you.
But anyway, just wanted to
about general
compliment you
stores?
on
Dollar General?
breaking
They
the
don't bring no value to the
story
community.
on the shooting.
They're not supposed to bring value. They're supposed to bring convenience
You
and
had
goods or
one of your other
services.
news
Just
outlets
take the
had.
Dollar General and the Family Dollar away, and just remember general stores.
I'm having a conversation with my buddy here. He thinks that Dollar General brings value. They don't bring no value to
It
me.
brings convenience, and it brings necessary commodities and things to people that can't get away to a big store,
And who can't do that?
lots of folks don't have transportation to get to big stores. If you can walk a couple of blocks to a store and get the things you need, like your food or your ice or dog food, or
Right. Yeah.
then you don't have to go to the mall or go to a bigger store and do it.
Well, like I said, is there a Dollar General in house? Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No, there isn't. There's not one in Cloverdale.
No, there isn't.
No, there isn't.
No, there isn't.
No,
But there are close to Cloverdale.
Okay. Yeah, on the other side of Fairview.
Yeah,
On the other side of Norman
on
Bridge.
Carter Hill.
Yeah.
On Carter
Okay.
Hill, there are. On Fairview, there are. So there are some even within walking distance of Cloverdale. Just think of it as a general store.
Do they raise value of the community? Do they raise the value of any real estate?
Every
in the
store
community?
doesn't necessarily. An auto parts store doesn't raise the value of a community.
Well, it certainly don't hurt the value.
If you ain't got a car, you don't need it.
Yeah. Who don't have a car?
Come on, Kevin.
I got
Anybody under 18? Anybody under 16?
We got a bus. They can get on the bus.
But that's right. They can walk and get you some shampoo or some fingernails or some eyelashes.
Okay. All right. Now you see how it goes. You see that's my fight here. You still there?
Hey, Dr. Alton,
Yes.
you know why the county commission don't allow an election to pick their leader?
Well,
You know that.
well, I don't. I mean, listen. I'm since Trump has been in office, everything's a conspiracy theory. So I'm trying to stay away from that. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from it.
It's not a conspiracy. It's a good old boy system that's been in place forever. It's just like with the liquor, the liquor folks down there. They don't want to put anything in writing.
When's the last
They don't
time you
want to
walked
tell you
into an auto
exactly
parts
what you do
store?
to get a liquor license because they like it where they can pick and choose who they want.
Years.
And that's the way it is.
Well, it may be. You may be right, but we'll see. Maybe we got to make a change, man. We got to uplift. Right now we got a table with 3 legs that are strong, and 1 leg's kind of weak, and we paying more attention to the strong legs than we are the weak leg. Now,
You brought up Trump. Man, the hearing, did you hear what the lady asked the Secret Service? Says, I can't imagine anybody not backing up files in this day and time. Well, all she's got to do is call the expert on not backing up files and destroying data. That's one former Secretary of the State, Hillary Clinton.
Yep,
She'll give her all of the expertise.
She can handle.
Not backing up files, destroying data she could ever possibly get.
You're absolutely right. Hey, appreciate it. All right. Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Yeah, you were talking about putting a Dollar General in the neighborhood.
Right.
Let's talk about something a little bit more that would serve most people in Montgomery.
Okay.
There was something on there about there was an announcement about expanding the bus route, making sure the times were shorter. To wait on a bus. Now, I saw a lot of people on Facebook. Caleb Corbett, I think, was one of the commenters. He said that was a waste of money. Nobody used the bus system. Well, nobody used the bus system because the hours of the bus system.
Right.
And then, it takes all day to catch a bus. I mean, I lived in Montgomery back in I think it was 85 and 90. We caught the bus to St. Jude every morning. Now, I lived across the Southern Boulevard over on Fleming Road. I could walk to St. Jude faster than the bus could get me there because I had to go downtown to get transferred, and it took an hour and a half, 2 hours to get.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
But I could walk it in 30 minutes or less.
Well,
if they fixed the bus system where it was more convenient, people would use it.
I think that because if I could catch the bus to work down here downtown every morning, I wouldn't be spending all that money on my car. I would just catch the bus, get on the bus, bam, and come on down. Be easy.
Not just that, and then they used to have a little trolley that went around downtown that would help people some of those people move back and forth to those restaurants.
Right, for lunch, right.
And what happens when a state worker goes out there and gets in a car or her car, she's not going to eat downtown because you got to fight for parking downtown. You already got to fight for parking where you work at.
I asked the mayor about it. Yeah, I asked the mayor about that the other day. Why should people come downtown to spend money have to pay to park to spend money? That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's a big revenue maker, and you pay to park everywhere. I go to D.C., I go to Atlanta. I can't even find street parking. I got to pay for private parking, and it's $10 to $20 a year.
Yeah.
That bus system. That's probably one of the greatest things the bus man could have done. I actually asked him about it once he got elected. Would he do something about the bus system? I even asked him, would he do something about, you guys complain a lot about state workers coming in and out. Man, it's a madhouse trying to get back to Travel and Millbrook or Clarendon.
Yeah.
Between 4 o'clock and 5:30.
So somebody actually.
If they had a shuttle bus that ran to one of the Walmart, man, I for one would put my money in there and I'll buy a pass and get that shuttle bus.
Yeah. So you actually, somebody actually lives in Clinton? You know what? That would be. I certainly would be. I got to take my break. We'll be back.
On News Radio
blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save big. Blindster.com.
Some isolated and scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible throughout the morning, afternoon, and into this evening today, but a lot of us will dodge this activity. The chances are there. Coverage will be around 40%. High temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s. Hotter and drier tomorrow, only a 20% chance of rain. Highs around 98, 97 Thursday, with a decent chance of scattered showers and storms late in the afternoon into the evening. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sabry for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are still looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow map, traffic's moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area. Keep listening and we will keep you posted. See your favorite movies at the AMC Festival Plaza Theater, then eat at the Bubbly Hen, Montgomery's newest restaurant. It's all at Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn, and JLL Managed Development. Buckle up, folks. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Tire experts at Chico's Auto Pros, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? They may drop little hints like,
beautiful day out. Even more beautiful since we saved by bundling our home and car insurance with Geico.
or
Yard work is hard. Much harder than bundling with Geico, which was easy.
or it may be even subtler, like,
Speaking of burgers, we bundled our home and car insurance with Geico and saved a bunch of money.
bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
Summer is here, so get out and enjoy the sun. At Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's easy with the Make This the Summer event. The all-new Grand Wagoneer is here and ready for you and the great family fun. Summer is a blast in a new Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger with 0% APR for 72 months. Make this the summer. Hop online. We're here by chat, text, and phone to help you. TallahasseeAutomotive.com. Drive a little, save a lot. With approved credit plus finance through Chrysler Cap. 13.88% finance. Deal retains all factory incentives. See dealer.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-683-7713. That's 1-800-683-7733. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-683-7733. That's 1-800-683-7733.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, this is Lisa Stofan. Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking with hypnosis. Hypnosis eliminated my desire for soda and fast food, made me want to exercise, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband. He lost weight. More important, cholesterol and blood pressure improved. My friend went and she lost 20 pounds in the first 2 months. So does Mark Patrick hypnosis work? Oh yeah, it works. Nothing has changed my life more. Well, except maybe my husband. He's so proud of me. Makes me cry.
That is awesome. What are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose weight or stop smoking, guaranteed for only $49.99. That's right. Weight loss seminar Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery. Time is 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Stop smoking seminar starts at 8 p.m. Registration starts at 7:30 p.m.
This is the Sean Hannity Show. Join me every afternoon at 2 right here on News Radio 1440.
And we're back. Well, I think I have a person on the phone with me right now who's probably gonna take me to task, but I can take it. I can handle it. Good morning, Councilman. Good morning. Good morning. You know you're one of my favorite councilmen. You know that, right? You know you are. So now have at it. Mm-hmm.
How that process works. I know a lot of people think that the city councils are allowing these family dollars, these Dollar Generals to come into any area of town. So first of all, most of those Dollar Generals and Family Dollars are coming into commercial areas. There's already room for commercial. So once they're commercial properties, they don't come in front of the city council unless they're applying for a business license. So generally, they go in front of the planning commission. The planning commission make that decision on to allow them to come in. So on probably last week, I got a call from some developers that want to speak to me about the Dollar General. And I said, well, hold on, I have a group of my neighborhood association members that we always on a Zoom call together. We always text messages. So I said, hey, let me set up a meeting. I want them to hear what you're pitching to me. I don't want to make any decisions without the approval of my constituents. So we got on the phone yesterday for about 2 hours. I had from Plain Valley to Macedonia, Michael Jackson from Bellevue, and they drilled them for 2 hours. And after those 2 hours, we asked them to hang up the phone, and we made a decision of what we want to see. So I said, hey, before we make this decision, before we get back to it, I want to put this on Facebook. I want to make sure that, there was only probably 12 people on that phone. And that was not, like you always tell me, that is not the representation of the entire district with 22,000 people. So I said, hey, let me put it on Facebook. Let me get some input. So when we get back to them, we can say, without a doubt, this is not what we want to see in this district. And that's what I did yesterday. I don't know, some people might have took it like I'm saying, this is what we about to have. That's not what I was doing. We are so used to not being a part of the decision making. When we bring it in front of you, because everything that I do, I'm going to post it, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm going to post it because I want you to know what I'm doing. I want you to see what I'm doing. And I want you to have a part in what I'm doing. So everything that I do, everything that I'm working on, I am going to come to Facebook just to read those comments to make sure I'm doing what the people that elected me wanted me to do and not what I want to do.
What is the consensus? What was the majority consensus?
On my Zoom call with my neighborhood association members, I think there were 12 of us on the line, and I think 10 out of 12 said no. I am still tallying the Facebook comments. So like I said, by tomorrow, I'm giving it 24 hours. I would tally up those Facebook comments, and right now it's looking like they do not want another family.
And let me ask something. Why do you believe? And I think I feel them. But why do you think? And it's not that we always complain about businesses in West Montgomery, and I absolutely agree. We need businesses over there. But when local folks are trying to put a business over there, the planning commission is telling, well, you can't do it because 2 people came up and said, well, you don't want to do that, blah, 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 blah. But but like you said, you taught me something this morning. I didn't realize that if it's in a commercial zone, then basically all you have to come down to city council for is apply for the business license, but not you go before the zoning board, I guess, in order to start putting the business there. But why do you believe that there's a negativity associated in the consensus of people now on that?
On which part? You stated so much here.
Yeah. Well, why do you believe there's some animosity against another Dollar General?
Because it's so many. We are seeing that so many. I know the council talked briefly about doing a moratorium on those places like Family Dollars and the Dollar General because there's close proximity. And what I was hearing on the Zoom call yesterday that what value do they bring to the table? Mr. John Owens asked, so what are you doing for the community? The developer said, well, I know they're giving books to the library. He was like, well, we don't have a library in our district. About Little League football, baseball teams. Well, we're talking with corporate about sponsoring something like that, but that'd be a corporate decision. So, and that was the main question. What are you actually giving back to the community? And that's why we had him on the Zoom call yesterday.
I think that's a great. I never even thought about that perspective of it, but that is a great question. Here's my problem: we bring all these businesses in that extract, but don't really give. And I think that's my issue with them. They come in, they're there for a few years. Next thing you know, they're gone, and they got all they can out of this. And there's dents in the highway with all the money they taken out of town. So, and again, I want to put something in there that raises the value of the community rather than just what if they come now again if they commit to whether I don't hear this about this corporate crap. The corporate ain't here when you get our money from Montgomery, Alabama. But if they commit to doing something, there are schools who need all kinds of things, communities that need all kinds of things, then why? Yeah, then let them bring something to the table too. Yeah, absolutely. All right.
And that's what we did. We allowed, we gave them talking points, so they're supposed to come back in 2 weeks and say, hey, this is what we came up with to satisfy the complaints that you had on your Zoom call. So like I said, I am always open-minded to any business coming into the business. So I'm going to listen to my constituents first.
Okay, thank you. Listen, we appreciate you. You're always out there doing something.
Yes, sir.
For the community. Appreciate it. Well, we don't agree on everything, but we don't necessarily disagree on this. But I think you brought up a point this morning that I failed to articulate. It is not that I don't like that. I want a business that comes in that community and actually leave something rather than take everything.
We want the same thing. Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate it. All right. That is Aronde Mitchell, city councilman for that district over there. Interesting. And basically that's what my complaint is. Dollar General, they take that. Why can't you get to give me something? I know that my good friend Andre Howard was telling us for years they can't get any lights on the football field. I mean, these companies come in, take, but don't really give. Don't really give anything. And so that's my issue. I failed to articulate that point when we were talking about it. Not that I'm against businesses, but my Lord, can somebody come in and leave something rather than come in and take everything? That's my issue here. Good morning. Who's this? Hello. Good morning.
Recruit these type business you're talking about into the city. Get recruited.
Well, and that's what the Chamber of Commerce is supposed to do. And
they want to wait 40 years, but they're saying that your city council people plays a hand in that also. They can help recruit. So why they're not out there helping recruit instead of come out waiting 40 years to?
Well, I don't know if they're not. I mean, I don't know if they're not out there trying to recruit. I mean, I think they're trying to do the best they can, but
They didn't have anything to do with the dollar stores coming around in small areas in the city.
Well, he just got done telling me that if it's zoned for commercial, the only thing that the big businesses have to do is come down there for a business license. They don't have to necessarily. Yeah.
Why can't this individual and the other city council people help recruit some of these businesses you're talking about into these areas?
Well, I don't know if they're not trying to. Yeah. I don't know if they're not trying to. Yeah. What's that Cheesecake Factory? What is that?
What? Huh?
What is that?
Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't know nothing about the Cheesecake Factory, man.
No.
Huh?
I know what cheesecake is.
Cheesecake, for one, then they sell all kind of other dishes like, you know,
Yeah.
different type of dishes on their menu. Shrimp and the black one loves shrimp and rice and all that.
Oh.
Shrimp and chicken sauces and stuff like that.
Oh.
Different things, you know.
Okay.
No.
No.
Kind of like Olive Garden, but they mainly think it's cheesecake.
Okay.
Cheesecake. But why won't these individuals come on your show and say, I'm trying to recruit this particular business to town in the west, on the west side?
And they may be, but now they may be, but I do. But I do know when. Right, when you enter into one of those agreements, like there is a confidentiality issue that a lot of the city council people can't say anything. Because let's say if they say it and all of a sudden for some reason the businesses decide to pull out. You know what I'm saying?
They come out publicly and say when bars trying to open the business on it.
Yeah, well, they come out. Yeah, a local guy trying to do it, and we can't seem to. Yeah, I'm with you. And listen, I gotta take my last. I gotta take my last break an hour. We'll be back.
Radio 1440.
Sponsored by News Nation. Want the news without the noise? News Nation is news for all America, reporting all sides. No spin and no agendas. Go to newsnationnow.com/join us to find News Nation on your television provider.
Some isolated and scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible throughout the morning, afternoon, and into this evening today, but a lot of us will dodge this activity. The chances are there. Coverage will be around 40%. High temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s. Hotter and drier tomorrow, only a 20% chance of rain. Highs around 98, 97 Thursday with a decent chance of scattered showers and storms late in the afternoon into the evening.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Still no major problems or accidents are being reported. Nothing to send you on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Looking at your traffic flow maps, southbound on East Boulevard, traffic running slow there, approaching Capitol Chevrolet. So watch for heavy traffic southbound on the East Boulevard. Fall registration for Trenton State's going on now. Classes start August 19th. Change your life and make your dreams reality. Call Trenton State today. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Talk tires with Montgomery's #1 tire store, Chico's Auto Pros. Chico's has you covered with Chico's Auto Pros price match guarantee and 0 down options.
When the forgotten poor are in need of healing, they wait for a ship unlike any other. Mercy Ships, a floating hospital staffed by volunteers, heroes of mercy who donate their time to save lives.
Every human has the right to have a place at the table of the human race.
If you could just see the smiles that you get when lives have been changed, then it would make it all worth it.
To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, go to mercyships.org.
Research shows listeners don't like it when ads interrupt their music. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, we made this ad optional. If you want to skip this ad, remove your left earphone. Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
If you're missing this informative ad, you must love what's in your cash.
It's the easy and smart way to save.
Now it's on its head, so if now your phone was up, put it back in your head.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Seminars can help. Join the over 500,000 people who have attended Mark Patrick Seminars with weight loss results. Mark Patrick Seminars will be in Montgomery on Wednesday, July 27th.
After the hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about dessert like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful. And I would just say go for it.
For only $49.99, lose all the weight you want, 100% guaranteed. Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery. Seminar time is 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Attend this program and find out how the power of hypnosis can help you achieve your weight loss goals. There's limited seating, so get there early. Learn more at markpatrickseminars.com.
Summer is here, so get out and enjoy the sun. At Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's easy with the Make This a Summer event. The all-new Grand Wagoneer is here and ready for you and the great family fun. Summer is a blast in the new Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger with 0% APR for 72 months. Make this the summer. Hop online. We're here by chat, text, and phone to help you. TallahasseeAutomotive.com. Drive a little, save a lot. With approved credit, must finance with Chrysler Cap. 13.8 for $1,000 finance. Deal retains all factory setup. See deal.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of Trust Link Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
All righty then, we are back. 860-14. We got a couple of comments offline. I'll share those comments with you in a minute here. Here's my one question, and my learned confidential source here said, well, let me read, then I get to the phone call, says, and I don't disagree with him, he said, but I do have a question. If the council forces a new business to give to others as a requirement to do business in Montgomery, that's extortion. And I realize that you can't force them to do it. They can ask, but can't force them to commit to such an activity. The business first order of business is to offer their goods and services to the customer or the community. If they offer what the public wants or needs, they're giving back to the community. Okay. Extracurricular activity is not a business requirement to open or operate. Jobs, goods, and services is what they are giving to the community for an exchange of the community's money. Now, and I asked the question, well, but the people can demand, they can demand this from businesses either indirectly. He says, no, the people can refuse to shop at the business, which in a way is a demand. A profit is the business purpose first, not giving their profits away. It can be a public relations piece or good advertisement. And I absolutely agree. I don't have any disagreement with what the texter said. But I do believe there's a reciprocity in business and community. Now, what that looks like, I would imagine that has to be a relationship between the community and the business. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Pretty good.
Back in the day, I don't know what that guy was talking about. When my boys, and my oldest son will be 50 years old pretty soon, and the other two as well, a couple of years younger. So you see where my kids are. But when they were playing sports, all these businesses around here contributed to some of these sports teams, okay? Mm-hmm. A business supposed to give back to the community, all right? But what you had older guys went to these businesses and say, okay, the NACP told us back in the day, that's for banks and everybody, but see, those people dead and gone. You went to those people and say, if black people put $1 million in the bank, you supposed to give something back to the community. If you have these businesses that black people and white people like go and spend their money with these businesses, you just alluded to it. And they always talked about the Indians. They take their money and they send it back overseas. but we go in there and buy their merchandise. So you need to give something back to the community. But I don't say now it became political size, you know. You have to have a 105.3C, and I heard the other day, you got to get, like y'all to my panhandle, you got to give to them to give somebody. Why? Why? We not capable of going in and say, okay, we got some little leagues here. We need to get some money to help these kids, get them off the street. That's what we did back during the boys club. When those older people died, the club died. The boys club died. And so now that's why you got all your shooting and things going on. It should give something back to the community. But you had a group of people will go to those people and talk to those people and say, y'all need to put something, you need to sponsor this football team or this baseball team or this basketball team. Or even like you said, and I think the other guy used to say, engineer program. They owe something back to the community. Because we spend our money with them. All the other bull crap ain't about a hell of bean. That's what went on with my kids was back in Lighting the Hawks and Lighting and all those people. We had a good thing going. And when those programs went away, look, we got all the killing and drug in our community now.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Okay. And by corporate or whatever, that's what it takes. You write a letter to them. Say, okay, but our people spend money with your business. What about our people? Your business wouldn't be in their list. That go for everybody. Wouldn't they say all the business here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I think I made my point.
You,
the other thing with Commissioner Love.
Well, he,
I live in District 2.
right. He'll be on at about 7:50, 8:15. Appreciate your call. Let me take one more. And I think that my texter was saying that even though we can want these things from businesses, you can't mandate them as a condition of doing business. You can't manhandle them like that. You can ask, but you can't manhandle them. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
Yes.
I agree with the person that wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like extortion to me. And I don't know if you remember this. You remember Love Stuff that's in the city now?
Who? Oh, Love Stuff. Yeah. The mayor went out there one day and closed them down. I think he did. Mayor Foreman went out there one day and closed them down.
No, Love Stuff was not here when Farmer was here in office.
Oh, there was one. Well, right. There was one on. There was one on.
They did not go ahead and say it. The city council didn't even want Love Stuff here.
Oh, well.
But you know what happened? They went to court. You cannot require one company to do something if you're not requiring that of everyone in the city. And I feel as an elected official, that person that just came on the air, that he should have considered all the factors before he jumped out the gate the way he did.
Well, now he hasn't. Now wait a minute. Now what he has done. Yeah, he didn't say he was.
You cannot make companies give communities anything. You can't make them do that. If you want to do that, you go in private. You don't get on the air. There's a different way to do everything.
Well, wait a minute. He didn't. Okay, now listen to what he said. He said he was trying to get information from the people in the district. He wasn't demanding anything. And therein lies. But nobody else's part of town is in the condition that West Montgomery is. And that's what he's doing. Okay. So let me ask you. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Don't you believe there's a reciprocity in that relationship between business and community? Yes, it's throughout the city. You don't think that we didn't say required. Yeah. No, but I did. But I did. Right. Right. Well, let me ask you something. Where's all that stuff being done? I've been here for 31 years. Where's it being done in West Montgomery? Where's all that given away? Okay. Well, now you may have a point there. Yeah, you may have a point. Reciprocity is the word today, and that is the practice of exchanging things with others for mutual benefit. We give them our no, but you can ask them. Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Over there on Cloverdale, they demand things out of businesses and they get it. Yeah. Well, you have a point there. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah. All right. Anyway, hey, but time's up. I got to wrap.
News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. A missing persons case is now closed. Authorities say the person at the center of that search is dead and 2 people have been charged. Britta Lashley has not been seen or heard from since February of last year. New court records indicate her body was found in a storage unit in Prattville. James Baird and Edward Norman have been charged in this case. Montgomery's police chief addressed the public after a string of violent crimes over the weekend. He said despite recent shootings, crime is down nearly 18%. The chief added that they have solid leads in 8 of the city's 10 unsolved homicides. Alabama health leaders say COVID-19 continues to rise in our state. According to the CDC, a new Omicron subvariant is responsible for nearly 65% of the new cases. Data suggests the subvariant is more infectious than previous subvariants and appears to cause milder sickness, although hospital numbers and deaths have increased. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning headlines.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. Get set to step outside.
It's going to feel like you're standing inside of a hairdryer.
Correspondent Chris Van Cleve is in Dallas, where the forecast calls for a high of 109 today.
We are less than a month into summer. Already the Dallas area has seen today included 24 100 or higher days. That's more than many summers see for the entire season.
Heat warnings and advisories are posted across the country. Temperatures just topped 104 in the UK. That's a new record for Britain. CBS's Roxana Sabiri is in London.
In a country where not even an estimated 5% of homes have air conditioning, many residents and visitors are finding practical ways to stay cool.
There's air conditioning in the hotel.
Okay.
So, yeah, we rang ahead to make sure.
But global warming will only get worse. The future king is warning, if we don't act now.
We've just got new numbers on COVID infections overseas. CBS's Vicki Barker is at the foreign desk.
The WHO says cases of COVID-19 have tripled across Europe in the past 6 weeks and now account for nearly half of all infections globally. Hospitalization rates have doubled too, although intensive care admissions have remained low. That may reflect the rollout of vaccines and also that the newest strains seem to cause milder cases of COVID-19.
Uvalde, Texas school officials got an earful last night from families after a new report detailed the actions of officers who stood outside classrooms at Robb Elementary while a gunman killed their children, siblings, and teachers. They demanded the school's police chief and the superintendent, Hal Harrell, be fired. Harrell told them,
there is lots of failures, and we are working to correct those failures. I'll never be able to bring back what we lost. Absolutely will not. I pray each night for the families.
Police Chief Pete Arredondo is on paid leave. Jury selection continues in Steve Bannon's contempt of Congress trial. Correspondent Scott McFarlane is on Capitol Hill.
We begin this day with nearly 24 prospective jurors that both sides deemed acceptable. They'll finish selection this morning, likely move to opening statements this morning.
Bannon faces criminal charges for initially refusing to cooperate with January 6th investigators. Here's your chance to play Vito Corleone. The English tutor in New York City's Staten Island that served as the exterior for the Godfather's mansion in the 1972 movie is up for rent on Airbnb for the entire month of August.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
The price, $50 a night. You can book starting tomorrow. Deborah Rudd, this is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Do you owe the IRS $8,000 or more? Are you a few years behind on your filing? Are you going through an audit and have no idea what to do? You need an ally, fast. Ally's Tax Relief Negotiators can protect you from all IRS collections. But have you called them today? Their team of enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs are your allies to fix all your tax problems. Take the first step to getting the IRS off your back. Call Allies Tax Relief today for a free consultation. 800-957-0325. Allies Tax Relief. 800-957-0325.
It's been a while since I gave myself a real chance to meet someone new.
Susan and John are two kindred spirits who rediscovered the romance they deserve on Silver Singles, the secure dating site for singles over 50.
John is a massive foodie like me. It's been amazing to experience some of my favorite things again with someone who makes my heart beat faster. I'm so glad I got back out there.
Sign up today at silversingles.com/love. That's silversingles.com/love.
Pandemic-era car prices haven't come down.
The government says the price of new vehicles is up 11% from a year ago. Used car prices are 7% higher. Mark Hamrick is senior economic analyst with Bankrate.
Like the cost of so many other things, we've seen big increases in the prices for both new and used vehicles over the past year.
With rising interest rates,
Yeah,
some people are facing auto loan payments nearly as much as their monthly mortgage payments. Jim Priscilla, CBS News.
A battle of the road signs has broken out in Missouri. It started with an invitation from the McDonald's in Marshfield, challenging the Dairy Queen next door with the message, "Hey, DQ, want to have a sign war?" The response, "We would, but we're too busy making ice cream." After a printing business entered the fray, saying, "We want in on the sign war too," they were all off and running. DQ warning, "Behave or we'll flip you like our blizzards." Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
At Montgomery's Riverwalk Amphitheater with two spectacular free performances. Bring a picnic and the entire family Sunday, July 24th and Monday, July 25th. Gates open at 6. Performances begin at 7:30. Don't miss these premier dance performances at the Riverwalk Amphitheater. It's free. Visit alabamadancetheater.com for more information.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, "Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
This is Jeff Baranko with Chappie's Deli.
And Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
Mike, let's talk about our Chappie's Deli vinegar slaw.
Oh yeah, I love it. So tasty and good for you. Perfect on any sandwich too.
We get lots of calls from people wanting the recipe.
And just like Coca-Cola, Colonel Sanders, and my age, it's a secret.
Mike, why don't we give out the recipe right now on this commercial?
Jeff, I don't think that's a good idea.
First, you shred cabbage, then on a slicer.
Jeff.
Then you add 1 cup of, a pint of, and a teaspoon of... Hey, what's going on?
Well, that's weird. I knew this thing would come in handy. Folks, come get your secret recipe slaw at any Chappie's Deli. Mary Hill, Pepper Tree, Baptist South, Prattville, and Auburn.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's MVP's bonus days are here. Pro members can earn bonus points to redeem for rewards. And for 12 days, you can earn points on every dollar spent up to $1,000. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got our first accident. It's 231 northbound at Redland Road. So please use caution heading in that direction. 231 northbound at Redland Road, just past the intersection. Outside of that, we're looking good. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. New student orientation at Trenton State will be August 4th from 9 a.m. to 12 noon on the Trenton campus. Learn more about dual enrollment. Call Trenton State to learn more. Buckle up. It's the law from Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
How many miles have you driven past your scheduled auto service checkup? A few hundred or a few thousand? Call Chico's Auto Pros today to schedule a quick service at our Atlanta Highway location.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
What difference does it make? I'll use Hillary's words. At this point, what difference does it make if they get the oil out of those countries or we do it domestically? Because if we do it domestically, it's great for our national security. We're not relying on hostile regimes and enemy countries for the lifeblood of our economy. How is it okay to do it there but not here? Why does Putin get the pipeline waiver and we kill the Keystone XL pipeline? Why do we kill off all the leases here and stop drilling in Anwar and exploration in Anwar and then go to Russia, Iran, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia? Because none of it makes sense.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Listen, the last time the economy looked like this, the stock market tanked 50%. The U.S. dollar lost 46% of its value, and the price of oil quadrupled. Yet, while the U.S. economy collapsed and inflation ran through the roof, the price of gold shot up 1,300%, and silver rocketed over 2,400%. So if history repeats itself, we could see it happen again. Can you afford to miss what could be the biggest gold and silver boom of our generation? That's why I want you to call Goldco at 855-815-GOLD, because when you do, you'll not only get the chance to protect your retirement savings with gold and silver, but as a Sean Hannity listener, you could get $10,000 or more in free silver just for doing it. This is a rare opportunity, and that's why I want you to call, again, Goldco at 855-815-GOLD. That's Goldco, 855-815-GOLD. Don't miss out. Check them out today.
It could be information to change your life forever. Or the Something You Should Know podcast could just be something interesting. Eve Terrell-Paul, she's author of a book called Hungry.
Identifying yourself by what you don't eat on its surface can seem silly. A lot of these behaviors are driven by things like loneliness. Food on social media is a social currency, but also a way to facilitate connection.
Join Mike Carruthers and guests for Something You Should Know. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688.
800-890-6688. Or go to selectquote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. The price can vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
When it's time to get a new vehicle, Larry Puckett Chevrolet is the best place to find your new Chevy or a great used car. New cars, SUVs, and trucks are being delivered daily, and Larry Puckett has their largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in over a year. Check them out online at larrypuckett.com or visit them on Cobbsport Road in Prattville. And if you have an extra vehicle, bring it in for an instant cash offer. Whether you're selling or trading, your vehicle will never be worth more. Larry Puckett Chevrolet, where the customers do the talking.
Art Patrick Seminars is coming to Montgomery Wednesday, July 27th for one day only. Here, Art talks about how hypnosis works to help people lose weight or stop smoking.
We all have an image of ourselves, and that image, if we have an image of a non-smoker, we attract non-smoker behaviors and beliefs. So we have an image of a smoker, we attract the habits of a smoker. If we have an image of a person who is overweight, we live up to those expectations. So one of the things we focus on with our programs is this, is we work on, at the subconscious level, the image or snapshot of yourself. If you have a healthy image, you attract healthy habits. We work on, under hypnosis, taking the pleasure association out for smokers that they have towards smoking, putting back in what they already know consciously, that it's a filthy, disgusting habit that they never wish they start in the first place, that's killing them dead. And we get them out of these sessions feeling good about themselves, and guess what? They want to do these things instead of feel like they have to do them.
Don't miss Mark Patrick Seminars, Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden Inn East. For more information, go to markpatrickseminars.com.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
The Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
All righty then. Okay, we're back. Now, I am going to expect to call it. Let me see if this is my good friend. Okay, let me see if that's my good friend on the phone right now. Is this a judge?
This is the judge. Good morning, Kevin. How are you doing?
I am doing fine, sir, and I hope you are as well. We talked for a couple of minutes yesterday about this election coming up, or the appointment, whichever one it is. And it was my understanding that we have a choice in whether or not we can have an election or get the governor to appoint it, from what I read in the law, and that since the county has undergone a redistricting plan last August, I guess, that the residential requirements for this race are different only because of the new lines drawn and things of that nature. What did you find out about any of this, or is any of this accurate information?
Well, Kevin, the Alabama code that really governs this situation is Alabama Code 11-3-1 subsection B, and it's the first sentence of the statute governs this, that says, unless a local law authorizes a special election, any vacancy on the county commission shall be filled by appointment by the governor. So in Montgomery County, there has been no local law that's been passed by the legislature and signed by the governor, which gives the county commission the authority to conduct a local election. So in this situation, absent that, then the governor is well within her power to file the appointment. There's no May, there's no election, there's no choice. Now, the other part that you were saying deals with subsection A of that statute, and it really says that the one-year residency requirement right at above should not apply to the first election following any redistricting of county commission districts in a county. So this next election in 24, when the county commission's up, it specifically says that the one-year residency requirement should not apply, but they still will have to, and it doesn't really apply to this situation because it maintains for the first election. So it's kind of a gray area in the law, but I think there's still going to have to be someone who is going to have to live in the district. But I think looking at this situation, this is nothing new to Montgomery County. I think Commissioner Walker was appointed by the governor when Demetrius Palizos left, and I believe that Dan Harris defeated Ham Wilson, who was appointed by So
Mm-hmm.
this is not unique here. Montgomery, not unique. I think if we look at it, probably most of the major counties, most all of the counties don't have any local legislation doing that. I think I talked to the ACCA yesterday just to try to make sure we're on the same page, and I was giving you correct information this morning. That I think Jefferson may have it, Mobile County may have a local bill that allows them to call a special election, but here in Montgomery County, it gives the governor that authority.
Okay. Now the city has the authority to call a special election, so the city has an authority that the county doesn't.
Yes, Kevin. If you look at these election laws, it is a Byzantine maze. You know, particularly when you start getting the residency requirements. I think if you look at U.S. Senate, anyone running for Senate is only required to be a resident 1 day before the election. Same for the House of Representatives, and they don't even have to live in the district in which they are a member of. But in this case, you know, it's just a requirement. But there's no standard rules or requirements. So the city council, when there's a vacancy, they are mandated by law to call a special election when a certain number of days of the vacancy being open, and that's what we did when Councilman Larkin and Councilman Bolin passed last year.
Wow, this seems to be a hodgepodge of disconnection when it comes to. That's why we need home rule, I guess, and we don't seem to have that in the city of Montgomery. So let me get this right. When the city council runs for election, not city council, county commission runs for election next year, then the 1 year residency does not apply because of the new drawn line?
Well, yes, you know, because obviously with the long lines being drawn, you have some people who may not have been in the district previously being drawn in. And so, but it's specifically in the A code section is saying the 1 year resident requirement doesn't apply following any redistricting of county commission districts in the county. So in 24, when all 5 members of the county commission are up for re-election, because they would have redrawn the lines after in this current census, the 1 year residency requirement is not going to apply. But still, it's going to be up to the voters to make a decision. If they don't think this person is invested enough in the community, has been responsive to their concerns, then I don't think they're going to earn that voter's vote.
Right.
And so notwithstanding this, I think anyone who gets the form will work hard to try to build trust with the community and local stakeholders to maintain the seat in 21.
It does seem that the people who are supposedly going to be represented by the appointment of the governor have no say-so in that representation, being that the governor is a Republican, and philosophically, obviously, from a philosophical standpoint, they are not in line with each other, but she will have the authority to put somebody there. Now, it probably will be okay. People will counsel her on that. But then again, my question then, well, who's doing the counseling? So the people really, well, until next year, or whenever the next city council or the county commissioner really will be left out of the picking.
Well, no, I stop anyone who's listening now from calling the governor's office and letting them know who they think should fill that seat. I think their office is very sensitive and knows that is a very Democratic-leaning district.
Right.
And they realize that the person they appoint, if they want that person to have a chance at winning re-election, is going to have to be a Democrat. And so that's kind of the reality. It's not kind of in the national level with the president, appointing judges where you generally go someone from your party.
Right.
But on the state level, they've also got to realize the local political environment.
And I do believe that we actually voted for the governor to have that authority, I believe, because I know for a while there, John Knight and his opponent, we had about 4 or 5 elections to fill one seat, and it went on and on and on. And I think the citizens did vote for her to have that authority. Okay. Well, listen, we were just.
In that situation, you had that the seat became vacant at the end of the term. So you had about another maybe 2 months left at the term. So that's when the special election came. And then you had the primary season coming
Right.
for the person to run for a full term. So that necessitated the five different elections. But I'd say if this is something that you're interested in and any of your listeners think this should change, then I'd say reach out to any member of our local delegation to ask them to put forth the bill next session. Obviously reach out to the county commission and make sure it's not that they're hearing it locked up with it and they're not going to oppose it. But absent a local law, the government has this authority.
Okay. I may have somebody want to ask you a question for a second. Hold on for 1 second. Good morning, you on air.
Good morning.
Yes.
No, ma'am, it hasn't. I haven't been consulted. I hadn't gotten a call. I said, I haven't seen any official name. No one has. I haven't.
Already know from your friends who it is.
Well, no, I think I think that the vacancy has been open for nearly a month, and no one consulted me, and I hadn't seen any names, and I hadn't really inquired about it because I got enough going across my desk. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to work with whoever is appointed.
When the person is appointed, now will they assume the chairmanship, or have they declared who's the chairman now?
They declared that Doug Singleton to be the chairman, and then Isaiah Sankey was elected vice chairman, I believe.
Right.
About 3 weeks ago. So this person's going to come in and be a regular member of the commission. So no, they've already made a decision about, because Doug Singleton, he was vice.
He was vice, right?
And so he moved up, and then they just had an election to fill the vice chairman vacancy.
Okay. Judge Love, I must tell you, I must apologize to you because you're the probate judge, and I know more than you do about the people who've been nominated. I'm just saying, I have been consulted. I mean, I just okay. I don't know what that's saying, but I know who's on the ticket. Well, that's true. Yeah, me too. Okay, well, okay. Well, Judge, I appreciate you coming on this morning and giving us your time. And don't be a stranger. If we don't call you, you got the line number. You can call us and let us know, because I get tired of hearing a bunch on the other side of town. I ain't mad at you. Okay.
I'll definitely be back, and thank you for having me on and giving me an opportunity to talk to your listeners this morning.
Okay, sir. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. All righty then. Good morning. Who's this? Oh, must have lost him. Okay. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You guys got a call when the man's on the phone, so I can answer him. I can answer. Anyway, it's 8:25. So evidently, the next county commission election, the residency requirements are null and void. You can, if you want to run, you can run, no matter what part of town you live on. But I do believe if you win, you will have to be move into that district. Good morning. Who's this? Well, what can I tell you, brother? Listen, I got a new board coming in. Well, that's true, but my board is like 40 years old, so I got a new one coming. Well, they do, but they got a new board. Now, when I come back from my vacation, I'm going to have a new board in here, so hopefully things will sound a little bit better. But hey, listen, beggars can't be choosy. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. We were talking about a couple of things, just about what's going on. So evidently, I know some of the names that have been handed to the governor for this seat. I'm not going to, broach the confidence that was entrusted in me. Only to say that it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Now I'm trying to talk to my own county commissioner. I know she's down there someplace. I never hear from her, but I know she's down there someplace. Okay, so unless I've been drawn out of that district, and she may have made sure my house was put someplace else. You never can tell. Anyway, 860-1414 number. You want to give us a call up and talk to you. There's the Japanese always have a unique perspective on business and life, and they came up with a new one. Okay, it's called a nap box. Okay, so workers can sleep standing up during their shift. So if you go to work a little sleepy, okay, the Atoki nap box are designed for staff to nap standing up while working long hours at the offices in Japan, supporting their head, rear end, and knees so they don't fall over. Now, I personally don't know if I can, sleep that way. Well, now there have been times in the Army that I slept exactly that way for a couple minutes. We call it a power nap. But anyway, so maybe somebody in America will get one of these, and now you can catch up on your sleep at work. I'm just saying, woo! It's a different world. Also in Prattville, just go to show you, we got crazy people every place. They've been looking for a woman since last February. They found it. Yeah, they found it. 36-year-old Britta Lashley was last seen February 2021. The Talk County Sheriff Office said that the body of who they believe was a missing woman has been found in a storage unit in Prattville. I know about storage units, but I don't really believe they were made for this. Okay, I don't believe so that they came up with these for this. But anyway, hopefully these guys get what they deserve. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning, friend.
Good morning, Ed.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good. No, the first thing I want to say, I'm going to be about 2 minutes. First thing I want to say is, let's forget to look around the world. Let's look all around the world and see what God is doing. Let's put it in this thing. So now, I'm one thing, Kevin and everybody else. That Paul, my old friend Paul, he said so briefly. Paul said, God, he lives before all things, and by him all things consist. In other words, he lives before all things, Kevin. So I feel that everybody living on the world, we all need to see what God is doing, because God is, how he speaks, Kevin. God is just, he told, I was working your time, but you wasn't leaving. That's what Jesus told you. He's working, God is working in our field, and we don't care anything. We don't thank God anything. But we will, because God is so good. You always,
All right, there, Mr. Ed. Montgomery Police Chief yesterday, or day before, address. I can only tell you that, and I listen. I'm with the mayor, and I'm with the police chief on solving crime. But I have to tell you, the 21st century methodology of dealing with crime is not working. Okay, it's not working. I'm just saying, it just 9 weekend shootings. Okay, it's not working. Okay, but we'll get to that in a second. Good morning. Who's this? Fine.
I enjoyed listening to your show so far this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 3 businesses that you mentioned as you were talking about for the West Side.
Mm-hmm.
Dollar General,
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks,
Mm-hmm. Right.
Do you know those 3 companies that you mentioned did not offer franchises? They're all corporate stores.
Okay.
Not buy a franchise.
Right.
Okay. Now, with that being said, as I listen to other callers call in and things like that, talking about spending for the community, it became very evident these people have never managed a store before. And having spent 20 years in retail management, let me give you an understanding of corporate management. As a store manager, you roll up an annual budget. You budget sales for every month, your expenses. That goes up to your district manager. That goes up to your regional manager. That goes up to the vice president.
Give me the short version. I got you.
The short version is, if you're within that budget,
Mhm.
I budgeted, for example, community involvement.
Okay.
Advertising at local high schools.
Okay.
Budgeting for sponsoring YMCA.
Okay.
But at the store level, if you are not meeting your budgeted sales, if you are not meeting your budgeted net profit
Right.
on a monthly basis,
Right.
you are not allowed to extend other expenses.
Just like any budget, right? Right. Just like any budget for a business. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. You know, every single corporation. I learned this when I did my MBA. I
Mhm.
learned this since day one. My very first management job was Walmart. Your job as a manager is to maximize shareholder wealth.
True.
That means make the maximum net profit that goes in the company that takes care of the shareholders.
Right.
And the sad reality is taking care of the community is second, third, fourth,
And,
fifth.
and I don't have a problem, right? And I don't have a problem with that philosophy. My issue is that isn't there a relationship of reciprocity between businesses and the customers that frequent them and give their hard-earned money to them? Because customers have many places that we can shop. We don't even have to leave our house anymore to shop. We can just shop online. So isn't there? Isn't
How well does that get you? How much input do you have to Amazon versus your Dollar General store there in the neighborhood?
well, I have no. I don't really have much input with either one.
You don't think so?
No.
You never see a store manager at Amazon. All you will ever do is deal with some kind of customer service out of India.
But I want a good product. I mean, I want a good product. Yeah.
But at least you can go talk to the store manager there at Dollar General. Dollar General and Best Buy and Starbucks, they are providing jobs.
And they are. Right. And they are. And I don't mean this.
Of course, thing that we need to think about that. Then they also provide sales tax, which goes to the city, which goes back into the community, which allows them to provide community activity.
And that's true, but again, they also are taking maybe a harsh word, but they also are they right, and that's why I didn't want to say taking. They are also benefiting from the extraction of resources from that community. So our money. When we go in and give them our money, they benefit.
At least with the local store, be it Dollar General,
Mm-hmm.
that is going into Montgomery. If you buy on Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
that money goes into the state coffers. There is no money if you go on.
Well, now we pay taxes.
Only within the past 2 or 3 years,
right?
The Alabama legislature enacted a law to where they started exacting Amazon taxes.
And I think they should. I think you should. Yeah.
So if I buy something, I don't even have an Amazon account anymore. But in the past, if I bought something on Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
nothing went into Montgomery County. It only went to the state coffers.
Gotcha.
If you buy at Dollar General,
Mm-hmm.
it goes into the Montgomery County sales tax base.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I agree with you, but we do pay Amazon tax money now for the state of Alabama, so it's pretty much the same thing.
Nothing comes to Montgomery unless it's allocated by the state legislature.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
If you buy at Dollar General, you are getting city and county taxes. That stays in the local community.
No, I'm with you. I just think that there is a
Walmart.com.
Right.
That does not come to the city of Montgomery.
Mm.
It goes to the state coffers.
Okay. Well, I still believe though there's still a reciprocity between me going in that store locally and handing my money directly to them. I do think they don't. Let's put it this way: as a good corporate partner, okay, they still should give something back to that community as a good corporate policy.
They are important.
Okay. And you say, I hear you. Yeah.
You're talking about Cloverdale earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Say it's 1 block away from Cloverdale.
Right.
It's going to provide 10 or 15 jobs.
Right.
If Dollar General does not go into that location, those 10 or 15 jobs will not be there.
Mm-hmm.
So how do those employees or potential employees?
But
how do they buy their groceries? How do they pay their rent?
So let me ask you a question. I hear you. So let me ask you a question. If what you say is true, and technically it is true, but if knowing that people live in these communities, and I'm one of them peoples who live in these communities, then why is it there's a dynamic here that is missing? Why is it knowing that they will provide some employment that the people like Arande Mitchell said don't want them? So why is that? No, and we all want to survive. There's a dynamic missing here. I don't believe so. Right.
Would you say more likely 90% of those employees might be black?
Probably so, but.
So would it be better for those 90% of those employees not have a job?
Let me put it to you this way: if somebody, well, no, wait, but okay.
Who else is going
Okay, let me ask you. I live in Heart Estate. Okay, I bring a chicken factory. And there's a special zoning on Court Street. I bring a chicken factory. 1,500 people gonna get a job from the chicken factory. Okay, do you think that chicken factory is gonna be good for that community?
Yeah, I would. Because that employs 1,500 people that allow them to pay their rent.
Right. Do you think my house will go up in value? Wait, do you think my house will go up in value? You think my house will go up in value? Okay. Trust me, my brother, if you put a chicken factory down the street from my house just, the value just went through the floor.
Why would you buy a residential property that close to something that's zoned commercial?
No, again, it may not have been zoned commercial. That part may not have been zoned commercial when I moved there. Okay. Right. So what I'm telling you though, even though the jobs are important, we would agree. But there are more important things than just the jobs in these communities. It's got to be.
If there are non-employees making payroll taxes,
Mm-hmm.
put their wages back into the community, there will be no community.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey.
Our community survives off of Social Security.
Well, some of them do.
It is based off of people. Show me where in Montgomery.
Hey, listen. Let me do my research. I'll get back. I'll get back with you on that one. Gotta take a break. We'll be back right after this.
It's like another love TKO. Oh.
On News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. If summer is heating up your hiring needs, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates, all in one place. Sponsor your first job and get hiring today by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Some isolated and scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible throughout the morning, afternoon, and into this evening today, but a lot of us will dodge this activity. The chances are there. Coverage will be around 40%. High temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s. Hotter and drier tomorrow, only a 20% chance of rain. Highs around 98, 97 Thursday with a decent chance of scattered showers and storms late in the afternoon into the evening. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. We checked with the surrounding counties. They're clear as well. You keep listening, we'll keep you posted. Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter has a great selection of Camrys, the #1 selling car in America. No money down and your good credit gets you any Camry on the lot at Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter on the East Boulevard. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is major delay.
Call the tire experts at Chico's Auto Pros, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
Hey y'all, we're the Wolf family from American Oak, the Rustic Furniture Outlet, and Wolf Boys Bedding. As you all know, we are a family-owned business, and with that being said, it is very difficult to go on a family vacation. So we have decided to close the week of July the 17th through July the 25th to take our family on vacation. Please shop with us before that or after that week. Our normal business hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 6.
You don't pay with fake money, so don't set up fake wood.
Hey, bud, this is Coco.
And Captain from the Rustic Furniture Outlet at American Oak and Moore.
We have some great news. We're building a new warehouse.
Yes, but the bad news is we have over $1 million worth of inventory that we have to move. That's over 4,000 pieces.
So, Captain, what are you going to do?
We're going to have a huge warehouse sale. I would rather discount it and sell it than move it.
For the first time ever, we will be giving an additional discount on over 4,000 items in the Rustic Outlet.
Don't let it pass you by.
Come save big and help us get it gone.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Summer is here, so get out and enjoy the sun. At Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's easy with the Make This the Summer event. The all-new Grand Wagoneer is here and ready for you and the great family fun. Summer is a blast in the new Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger with 0% APR for 72 months. Make this the summer. Hop online. We're here by chat, text, and phone to help you. TallahasseeAutomotive.com. Drive a little, save a lot. With approved credit plus finance through Chrysler Capital. 13.88 for $1,000 finance. Deal with James Hall Factory setup. See deal for details.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Seminars can help. Join the over 500,000 people who have attended Mark Patrick Seminars with weight loss results. Mark Patrick Seminars will be in Montgomery on Wednesday, July 27th.
After the hypnosis, I wanted to eat good food. Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful.
And I would just say go for it.
For only $49.99, lose all the weight you want, 100% guaranteed. Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery. Seminar time is 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Attend this program and find out how the power of hypnosis can help you achieve your weight loss goals. There's limited seating, so get there early. Learn more at
Bubba.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw.
Time's up.
It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay.
Come by when you can. I've got something that I want to say.
Okay, before I get back to my telephone guest, I don't have a new telephone guest, somebody's on the phone, but let me tell you a little bit about our sponsor, J.O. Lane Truck and Auto, JOLaneTruckandAuto.com, number 272-4313. Now, if you're in need of a car and you just tired of messing around with people, you go buy the car, you take the car back, you go buy the car again, take the car back again, they never fix whatever issues you have. Well, let me tell you a place in town where you don't have to worry about those issues. Okay, that is JL Lane Truck and Auto, located at 208 Gun Road, 272-4313. You don't have to worry about that. You know why you don't have to worry about that? Because first of all, they got online inventory. Let you look at each car before you even come over there. You can watch it. You can check it out. You can see pictures of it. You can see how clean it is inside. You can see all kinds of things about it. Okay, so that's one reason why you don't have those issues. But the second reason you don't have that issue is because each automobile that they have on that lot has been gone through rigorously and vigorously an inspection process that is second to none, to make sure that when you leave that lot, you have the confidence in knowing that everything that could be done and should be done has been done to make sure that your driving experience is top notch. Okay, now here's what you need to do. Go to jllanetruckandauto.com, look at the inventory, pick up the phone, 272-4313, and ask for Steve. Say, Steve, what you got for me? Now, Steve, I don't, my credit's not that good. Steve's gonna tell you, don't worry about it. You can buy here, you can pay here. We sit down with the table with you, we have a great conversation with you. You be honest with us, we'll be honest with you, and we'll help you all we can. We don't want you to walk. No. We want you to come in, walk, and leave riding and talking. Okay, that's what we want. We don't want you to leave there walking. No, you don't leave the same way you came. Okay, that's what we don't want to do. So give them a call. That's JL Lane Truck and Auto, 28 Gun Road, 272-4313. I'm just calling. And right now, if you don't have all the money you need right now to put a down payment, whatever, then call them up and tell them as soon as you get it, you're going to come. I'm putting my reputation on this because I believe in the folks over there. I'm putting my reputation because I believe in it. Okay. I've done business with Mr. Lane. I have a problem with it whatsoever. And we'll do business again. Okay, so give a call, 272-4313. So when I do personal endorsements, I don't do personal endorsements unless I've actually done business with you. Okay, because my reputation's out there. I don't want to be at the McDonald's having a burger and somebody, well, you know that people you told me to go to, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that. No. Again, JL Lane Truck and Auto, jllanetruckandauto.com. Go see him. 272-4313. Go back to the phones. Good morning, who's this?
Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Bud gave you a schematic or whatever on what is going on and what it takes to do business, and that was a very good call. You know, I have some.
Which is why I let him stay. Which is why I let him stay online. But I already knew the aspects of business. But I also know that these businesses owe the community something.
Right. You know, let me just say this. He mentioned Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, Dollar General and all these places, we used to have what they call local variety stores, Five and Dime. Woolworth, I think, was one of the first ones. Probably in this area, you had Kresge's and different places that sold all these convenient items. But what has happened, you know, the mom and pop is gone. And it started with Walmart. Walmart is probably the Antichrist, you know, and it's too late now because now we have a new one. And this one is up in the cloud, and it's called Amazon and Google. They will steal your business and everything if you don't want to do business with those people. And Bud is right. But the other thing is, do you realize that Amazon, they tore down a mall up in Birmingham and put all those people, those local entrepreneurs, probably a lot of them, and small businesses, out of business, to put up a warehouse so they can get closer to you to dump stuff online. They got another one. I think Walmart has one in Brundage, and I think there's one other one. I have a person that I do business with I mentioned to her about what's going on here. She says, I need a warehouse, a remote warehouse for her business because I buy a lot of stuff from her. Stuff that, you know, you guys don't need, you know, and they don't manufacture here. I told her about Genpack and what Genpack does. Those of you who know, and they do styrofoam stuff. Mm-hmm. That's what she does. She makes egg cartons. And I don't know how far it got, but she was looking into maybe Montgomery. I hope it comes. That could be a small warehouse. There's all kinds of ways that we could do things. Mm-hmm. If you go back probably to the late 90s, mid 90s, all the banks in Montgomery got together and created a thing called the Community Development Board. which you had about 3 or 4 civilians on it, non-bankers. I was one of them. And it was designed so you could go through the front door and apply for a loan with non-traditional values.
Okay, now I'm running out of time here, so just
And they did make some loans.
right.
This is the only way you're going to revive a company. You're going to need 5 and 10 cent stores if that's what we want. But see, Walmart and Dollar General, Family Dollar, these places, they can capitalize on it. And it's a battle between them. They're fighting for materials to put on their shelf.
Of course, somebody told me every time 2 big elephants start fighting, we probably need to be someplace else, because at the end of that fight, we're going to see a bunch of stuff. We're going to see a bunch of things tore up, thrown all around, and we still going to lose. Yeah.
You'll never see that again.
Yeah.
Until the consumers get away from what we called in South Korea in 1965, the PX mentality. We have made PXs out of these places.
Yeah. All right.
You're an old military guy.
Yeah.
Military guys know what's up.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a great
All right. Appreciate it. Don't forget, okay, I got one more spot I got to do here, because, do you feel low in? Like right now, I know some of you guys getting up early in the morning, you feel like you just feel like you just don't have it no more. Well, you still got it. It's in there. It's in you. It's in. We just got to get you to bring it out. That's called low T, low testosterone. That means that you need to call this number 440-3663, 440-3663. That is Men's Health in Montgomery, Alabama. And if you're feeling like you got low energy, low libido, you may have low testosterone. Okay. Unlike me, I got high testosterone. Okay, because I'm all man. Not for $99. This is the best $99 you'll probably ever spend in your life, because it's going to get you back to where you need to be, or at least they're going to try to get you back to where you need to be. Okay. Remember when you were young, not that long ago, you was on top of the world, couldn't stop you, couldn't top you. But I want to give you that feeling back again and help you with your confidence. Okay. Well, I won't give it back to you because I'm not a doctor. But the doctors at Men Health, they'll do that. Men Health Center in Montgomery, they'll do that for you. And they'll check that testosterone, they'll check that PSA, they'll check your prostate, they'll check everything, okay, to make sure that you are in the best shape that you can be in, okay? So give them a call right now, 440-3663, 440-3663, and that's Montgomery Men's Health. And that $99 includes a PSA test also. Okay, and you don't have to wait 3 weeks to get your thing back. You'll get it back. You'll get the numbers back within 24 to 48 hours. You'll know where you are, and then you can go from there. Okay, give them a call. Really, Montgomery Men's Health, 440-3663. Hey, if I did it, being the man that I am, just to make sure everything's working, you can do it too. Okay, I mean they still clapping hands when I go in there nowadays, just to, showing what a man look like. Good morning. Who's this? Oh man, there ain't no doubt about it. There ain't no doubt about that. Okay, I'm just saying we might want to, y'all might want to do that. It is 8:55 in the morning. Okay, I mean okay. Let me call over there and see what's going on at Montgomery Men's Health Club. Okay, wait, I gotta get them online. I just want to see what's going on, because last time I was there, they were doing some of this stuff. Oh, hey, listen, I feel you. I know, but don't worry about it. Okay, I'm sending the customers your way. Okay, just don't. Okay, please stop. You're making me blush. You're making me blush. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, okay, guys, I'll call you back later. Okay, I call them. I just that's what happens every time I go over there. When I even talk about them on the radio, they love me over there. Anyway, let me see here. Who's next? Whew, all that clapping stuff. Hey, today's daily rail is about humility. I'm trying to get some. Okay, I'm just trying to get some. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, then. So, yeah. If Ed ever tells me again that's not him, I know he's lying. And just because you're an old man, it don't mean that you don't lie. He be lying. Anyway, okay, that's enough. See, okay. Well, listen, if you see the doctor over there today, tell him I got 3 people that are going to come see him today. Okay, forget that. I'm just telling you. It's tough being me some days. All right. Anyway, good morning to you. What else? Oh, I had some other stuff in the news today that I was going to talk about. Oh, the crime thing. The police had another. Okay, Chief, the 21st century criminal methodology of dealing with crime is not working. A man with a 9 shot over the weekend. Okay, a juvenile female was found shot 6 in the block of Keystone. A man was shot on Vaughn Road and Young Farm Road. A woman was also shot in the area of Keystone Street. A man was found shot on Avenue L. And okay, I mean, a woman was found critically injured in shooting nearby on the block of Burbank. A man was shot at 4900 block of Hatton Avenue. Another man was found shot at 4900 block of Hatton Avenue. I mean, the 21st century methodology of dealing with crime is not working. Can we please go back to the first century? Okay, can we go back to the first century method? Okay. I'm just saying the 21st century thing. Let's use the 21st century thing when we put all the first century crooks in jail. I'm just saying. And yeah, is that it? Okay. Anything else? Okay. I mean, somebody tell the chief that. Okay, I love him, nice guy, but okay, mayor. Okay, forget the 21st century stuff. Okay, we're gonna look around one day and then nobody's gonna be here but us. Okay, so I'm just saying we might want to just go back to the first century policing tactics. Okay, bring back the truck. Bring back the truck. Let's jump out the back truck. Let's have the guys go get the crooks. I'm just saying. I'm tired of this. Can't even walk that street anymore. Anyway, I gotta go. See you.
1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. A missing person's case is now closed. Authorities say the person at the center of that search is dead and 2 people have been charged. Britta Lashley has not been seen or heard from since February of last year. New court records indicate her body was found in a storage unit in Platteville. James Baird and Edward Norman have been charged in this case. Montgomery's police chief addressed the public after a string of violent crimes over the weekend. He said despite recent shootings, crime is down nearly 8%.
I know, that's what you said. Unless you got shot, then the crime ain't down.
Unsolved homicides. Alabama health leaders say COVID-19 continues to rise in our state. According to the CDC, a new Omicron subvariant is responsible for nearly 65% of the new cases. Data suggests the subvariant is more infectious than previous subvariants and appears to cause milder sickness. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning headlines.
What?
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio, with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late night eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating, and stop smoking. This hypnosis is designed to destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. The weight loss seminar is Wednesday, July 27th at Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Stop smoking seminar starts at 8 p.m. Registration starts at 7:30 p.m.
Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News